While we have our basic shapes, I want to take a moment to look at strokes and fills on the shapes, all the different things that you can do with strokes and fills. Right now we have a black stroke and a red fill on actually all of these items. To change that, we can easily go to any other color for the stroke, and that's the frame, the outline, and we could go to any other color for the fill. That's the inside portion. But we could also go to patterns for the fill, or to a gradient for the fill. And within our swatches, we have libraries of different things that we can use to either fill or stroke. There's a multitude of choices. Some are specific, like gradients. These are all gradients of some sort. And then we have patterns. We'll just look at a couple of those. It brings up a sub palette, and as we go through those, you can see that we have different patterns. We'll go to some decorative ones. And we could use these as well for the outline. It's not going to show up very much as long as you have a 1-point outline. But if we made this very large, let's zoom in, you can see that we have the dots on the outline, a pattern on the outline as well. And we could change the inside, the outside to any of these that we want. Again, patterns that were already there, or solid colors. Now, to take that one step further, we have the brush that is used to apply the stroke onto the object. Now, if we change those to any of these that are in the default, oh, that's crazy. You see that's maybe a little bigger than you would want that, but you can get a lot of different things. And once again, you have libraries of borders, frames, lines, and even within, let's get something that's colorful. We'll go back. These arrows, by the way, will take you back and forth between the libraries that are just next to. Now, I want to show you one other thing while we're looking at the strokes, and that is on our control panel, we have a little circle here, but it is a recolor artwork circle, and it's just like a color wheel. If you select that, it brings up the colors that are in this frame. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can change this. I can click on any of these thumbnails and change to a different color, and there you have a change in the frame. I also can go to edit, and it shows a color wheel, and right now it's not linked, but if I select that and just turn any one of these, it will change the color based on the harmonies that it had to begin with, or what was there. If I uncheck that, I can change these individually and get colors that I want. This leaves a lot of room and a lot of latitude for options. We'll click OK on that, and there we have a frame that originally was this orange, but maybe I want it to be in the blue family, the blue and green. One other thing that I want to talk about shapes at this point is that you can You can change them with your widgets. We talked about that already. You can change it with your widgets, but you also can delete an anchor if you want to. I can just hit delete, and it's going to make this go down into a triangle. I can use my anchor point delete tool that's underneath the pen tool, and if I go there, then it takes the line with it. Select over here. I also could add a point if I wanted to. Say right there, it needs to be on the line, and then I can transform that just using my white arrow, which is my direct selection. The black arrow, remember, selects it all. The white arrow will select one point. It also will select one widget instead of the whole all the widgets at the same time, which would be like that if you had the whole thing selected. But if we wanted to change just one, we can marquee around it and change that one. In any case, these are some different things that you can do with the basic shapes that opens up a lot of creativity.